So, getting back to
I'm
a
back.
session 0.
Good.
Did I miss anything?
No,
No.
you
Wait
didn't.
for a minute.
No.
Cool.
Oh, good.
So, just to give you kind of a layout of what's going on. We are going to, I'm going to go through each and every one of you, and we're going to, basically we're going to, I'm going to mute everybody and ask one person at a time down the row what their expectations for the adventures are, and what they're wanting, what their boundaries are. I want to do this so that we don't interrupt each other and we get a clear idea from everybody what they want and what they're expecting. Is everybody okay with that?
Hi.
Yep.
Sure.
Okay. So, let's see here. We will start with Hayden. So, 1 second. Okay, so, Hayden, are you here? I don't think he's here, so we will move on to the next person. What are you barking at, you daft dog? Them. All right, so, Matt.
Oui.
What is, first off, what are, yeah, there he goes. What are your expectations for the session? For not the session, the adventure going forward?
For lack of better words, can I get a place to start by what you mean by that? I'm so sorry.
What do you want to see happen? What are you looking forward to in this adventure?
On a not serious note, I'm really looking forward to.
Hello?
Hello. Yeah.
I missed that. What was that? Matt?
Yes. I'm hearing Hayden talk over. That's why I haven't talked at all.
Oh. Where the he Oh,
We can go back and start with him. It's fine.
1 second. 1 second.
Apologies, I had a connection issue and I just got back. I didn't know what was happening.
I muted only myself and not
Oops.
server.
Hmm?
So let's go back to Hayden real quick.
Yeah, unless somebody was in the middle of it, I'm good. Please continue.
Well, they didn't actually. Matt didn't actually get fully into it. So
Okay, I'm ready.
So, what are your expectations for the adventure?
What do you mean exactly?
What do you look
Expectations?
forward? What do you look forward to continuing this adventure? What would you like to see happen? What are your expectation of other players as far as how they would like?
Go ahead.
What?
No, you're helping.
What do you want to see happen in this adventure? Let's start with that.
Ugh, that is a rough, contradictory answer. Give me a second. What do I want to see happen in this adventure? Because I'm thinking, I want to see everybody stop fighting, obviously. But other than that, I'm just like, I want a chance for Raphael to be a hero, and I don't want to say something and expect. I don't want anything. I just want it to happen and experience it, I guess, is why I'm like, I have no expectations. So that's good. That's why it's a difficult question for me right now.
Okay. And you don't want people to be fighting anymore. Like you, it's kind of a boundary and a line. Well, it's kind of it makes you feel uncomfortable when people start.
Sorry.
When
people start? Sorry.
Yeah. When people start
Go ahead.
getting into it with each other and kind of becoming a little hostile towards each other in your perception, it makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, I can't see the difference between players and characters.
Hmm.
That line becomes very blurred in these groups. This group,
Let me see.
and it bothers me. That's all. That's about all the
Hmm.
expectations I can think of, honestly.
Well, I'm not sure if there's anything we're going to be able to do about that, but are there
All good.
anything specific? Is there anything that you specifically don't want in this role play? Any boundaries, any lines? You don't want this thing to happen or happen to your character?
Oh, the physical violence, threats of physical violence specifically. I brought it up once before, but so I guess sometimes I don't come off cross clear, so it might not have been heard, and then I have other issues that meant I couldn't bring it up again, and it did build up a little bit of resentment because it just kept happening. But other than that, I didn't realize that boundary until it happened. So that's all I can really think. What's up? Check
Okay.
what? Oh, give me 1 second. I'm going to talk to my little brother real quick.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and
I
mute
think I'm
you and
good
move
unless
to
you had
the
another
next
question.
person.
Yeah,
That's it for now. Okay. Okay, Matt.
Mm.
Same questions to you. What kind of things do you want to see going forward in this adventure? Do you want to? Do you kind of get the idea of what I'm going for?
No, I got it.
Cool.
From my standpoint, in terms of like, yeah, party interacting, just someone's talking, don't interrupt, kind of thing. Certain things are okay to interrupt, but you should just kind of know when that is, just not every time. One of the things that I genuinely like, this is just overall, if like personally, I understand before it was the case, but I haven't experienced it since being here. I want to fucking die. Like, I'm not saying this is anything towards you, but like all I heard from like before joining is like, yo, we got fucked up, we got fucked up, we got fucked up. Which I honestly, I want to fucking experience it. I want 5 fucking draconic paladins to fuck me up again. That's
Okay.
that's me. That's me speaking, because like honestly, it's
Okay.
for lack of better words, I want us to be humbled so horribly that it's a culture shock of realization.
Okay.
Like if it's a one-on-one that they happen to be grabbed out, that's fine. Or like someone just one-off dropped a single person, leave. I don't care what it is. Or like someone who completely disagrees with like Harvey's view and just says, "No, fuck you. I don't like you. I don't accept your piece," or like, "I'm going to like do this," like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Something so like the antithesis of every character, for lack of better words.
Mm-hmm.
I would like that. There was a second question. I can't remember what it was.
What are your boundaries? What kind of lines do you don't want to be crossed?
To be honest, for me, I don't really have many, if any at all. It's more or less like if the story calls for it, by all means, go for it. I have no qualms with anything in terms of what happens to Harvey at all, from my perspective, and whatever any character chooses to do against him, so long as it makes sense, at least in my eyes, then sure, go ahead, do it. I have not really a boundary when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Okay.
It's just the only thing is like I just want it to make sense. That's it. If like, for lack of better words, if like Harvey somehow pisses off Silver and she lightning bolts him, where the fuck did that lightning bolt come from? Type of thing. It made no sense. That's the best way to describe it. Like,
Okay.
if Harvey somehow pissed off Silver, she would smite him. Makes sense. That whatever. But like something just that's the most outlandish way to make it make sense.
Okay. Alrighty. Cool. We are going to go back to Byron. So, all right, Byron.
Hi.
Same questions.
The things that I had been kind of wanting, the campaign from the next adventure is getting to do the adventure that was picked. Like everyone else has been very on board with the idea of like going and killing my patron at some point, and honestly, like I appreciate that, especially from my character's point of view. That's very sweet to have the party on board for that. But I really thought like, you know, either it could be post the adventure, post the campaign, as like a one, like the last thing we go do, we just fucking crush him, or struggle. Maybe it is a hard fight, but yeah, I hadn't expected or wanted that to be something we do soon. Beyond the fact that for myself, Triste has literally just essentially told her abusive ex to go fuck himself, and this is the first day that that's been the case, and I feel that she would be too afraid to go deal with that right now. Yeah. So,
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's definitely open for discussion, though. So I will point that out. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. As far as boundaries go, mostly it's I don't want Triste getting attacked by another party member, and yeah, when people any because it I know I do this from time to time as well. When folks give opinions on like how they think a ruling might go or should go, I think it's okay to do that. But when I think it's really good if we try to catch ourselves and catch each other on giving the opinion more than once, and just stopping after that and letting you make the actual ruling. Yeah.
Mm.
I'd like if we all work together to try and do that. Yeah. And that's it for me.
Okay, cool. And Riley, we're going to you next. So,
Yeah, can you feed me the prompt again?
yeah. What are your expectations for the adventure going forward? What are your boundaries?
My expectation for the adventure is, like in all D&D, I like to be the character. I want to experience a lot of range of experiences as that character, not necessarily as me.
Mm-hmm.
And that can come with many things. Like my boundaries are basically very graphic, like not very graphic, but heinous acts. I'm not expecting this to be a evil game, so I don't want characters that are evil or seek evil goals. Unless it's like a mentally charmed type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's like against that character's will, then it's fine, because that's drama.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with like doing romantic stuff with I'm fine with even PvP to a degree. I think it can just get out of hand as long as people are okay with doing it in that moment. Like stealing, I consider PvP. Casting spells on fellow players, I consider PvP. And just actually fighting each other is PvP. As long as like people are consenting to it before it happens, you know, then it's fine. But just out of the blue, nowhere, it's kind of very rough, and I don't like it. My expectations for this adventure is honestly to these characters to experience becoming heroes and wanting to agree to do that. That's kind of what I expected, is like a heroic fantasy type thing.
Okay.
And the struggles with coming with that, like having to make difficult choices, sacrifices and such. And honestly growing as a party. Like I will
Mhm.
kind of expect the characters to come to like each other.
Mhm.
Like, because if we don't like each other, why are we traveling together?
Okay.
That's kind of my overall expectations and boundaries, really.
Mhm.
As long as we're doing things like adults and talking things out and consenting.
Mhm.
I'm here for party conflict as well. That's another thing I'm here for.
Mhm.
I don't mind it. I know I've been critiqued that I can get into character a lot. I think it's just fair that I put out that I have a very strong separation of me and the character. And I'm using this as a way to live as this character. As just a disclaimer.
Okay. Alrighty. So, and next up, and certainly, yeah, next up, Eldritch. Same questions.
Did anyone notice that Tensa isn't here?
Yes, he was not able to make it. I'm sorry if you didn't actually get the message, but he is actually unable to make it due to being too tired, apparently.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just like, wait, we're missing someone. Anyways.
He let me know ahead of time.
Expectations. To follow the story. I don't know. I'm not one on just going after side quests. If there's like a main goal in sight, that's exactly kind of what I focus on.
Mm-hmm.
Boundaries, just no inappropriate jokes about my character. No like flatulence, bodily stuff that's just too childish, gross to me. And I guess if we're like having an argument like last session, can we just not have it go for like over 10 minutes? I don't know, anything that like lasts longer than 10 minutes about a decision, just I don't know, I feel like we should just take a step back and then talk about it and not in character kind of thing. Cause I feel like we don't like get anywhere with it. So I feel like just taking this like yeah, I don't know.
So basically, you would prefer to go if the argument is within character is going a bit too long. We break off, go above board, out of character, and fully go out of character so that we can explain the positions where the characters are coming from and work together to have all the entire party move forward with that.
Yeah. Cuz I felt like last session the talk between Thursday and going to Waterdeep lasted a little too long. Which I shouldn't have threatened Sylvar leaving, but that was also just kind of what she would have done if it went that way. She would have just gone on to Waterdeep, and continued something. But like, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like just talking about it above board would help a lot more than just continuing roleplay, going in circles.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. All right. So, now, one of the things I'm hoping to see personally as the game master is that in all of this, everybody can find a way to make their character work with the rest of the story and with the party. And I get it. In this current situation, we have we have kind of an impasse where we might not be able to do that, and that's totally fine. But in the future, we need to work and figure out a way that we do this and make it to where everybody's character can just gel together. So, I'm going to unmute everybody now. Let me see here. I am going to give a wide ping. How is everybody feeling?
Good.
Good.
I
Pretty
feel like I understand where everyone's coming from a lot better.
Mhm.
Ditto.
Cool. So,
Anyways, I just found out that there might be a hotkey for calling someone on Discord.
oh,
That's why I disappeared for a quick second.
okay.
I don't know what I hit. I'm concerned because I literally just called one of my friends and he's like, "Hey, I can't call right now." I'm like, "Bro, I don't know how."
Okay.
Like, you guys don't know the fear that I just went through. I went through all 5 stages of grief.
So, okay. Now, one of the things we're going to get to now, and this is going to be a little bit more of a touchy subject, is current problems we have with other players. And as suggested, I'm going to start with one person and begin like if I'm going to take Hayden's suggestion on this one. I'm going to throw people into whispers to talk each other out and just kind of mediate those conversations and just kind of work things out with each other. And then after this, we're going to actually talk about where we go from here. So,
Okay.
first off, I'm going to go in reverse order this time. Eldritch, do you have any problems with other players right now?
No, not really.
Okay.
Ma'am?
What?
We haven't gotten to you.
I would like Eldritch to be honest.
I literally have talked through about things before, so like,
Okay.
it's fine.
Maybe I misunderstood.
Okay.
It's not your turn.
My bad. I
If
just
you
thought
have a
weren't being
problem,
completely honest.
if let's not call each other out as layers right now, because
Okay. Yeah. No problem.
like
I
I'm going to
apologize.
trust everybody to be
I am
totally
so sorry.
honest, and if you have
Yeah.
not been honest with me, it's not my fault. Anyway,
Right?
so next off, Riley, do you have any problems with any of the other players right now?
Yeah, I feel like there's some things we should talk about. I'll start since you spoke up. Hayden,
Okay.
lately,
Wait.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm gonna throw you guys in whispers,
Hell yeah.
and I'm going
Just
to.
me and her?
I'm going to be there to mediate.
Oh, thank you.
But
No offense. I'm sorry.
Okay, so air your grievances.
Hayden, lately, I think the best way to describe your behavior has been manic.
Oh, hold on. Give me 1 second. I apologize.
Hmm?
How would you say it? Manic?
Yes, I think that's the
Uh-huh.
best way to describe it. I don't think you're acting maliciously when,
Thank you.
but it's been not yesterday, day before, on the Saturday campaign.
Yeah.
There were just a lot of times where you're not paying attention and asking that we all redo something that just happened. That's become very disruptive because it was happening a lot. I think at least 3 times in that session alone.
Yeah.
And you've just been talking a lot. Not saying I don't like listening to what you have to say when you have something to say.
Thank you.
But you're not leaving. I
Aw.
don't think you're leaving room for other people to talk.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And
I'm sorry. I just got to keep my hands busy. I realized lately. I'm just trying.
That's fine.
I'm just cleaning a bowl. Just maintenance.
that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's getting to the point where it feels like you're not invested in other people. And
yeah.
it feels like you have a selfish mentality.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And that's another thing.
Uh-huh.
When we bring this up, I know it's like inherent to want to apologize, but if lately it's just feeling like you've been very dismissive of things we talk about.
Uh-huh.
Like, not as in you don't care, but you just feels like you're acting very conflict avoidance.
Correct.
And I'm noticing that behavior in
Thank
you,
you.
and
I'm sorry I did not let you finish. I apologize. I do not take away my thank you. I did not let you finish. That's what I'm apologizing for.
So, do I need to
Uh-huh.
mute you?
Me?
Yeah.
Not at all. I'll mute myself.
yeah, it's been just something that keeps coming up and happening, and the interrupting or I was making sure I'm going through everything in my head.
Mhm.
The manic behavior, the no, hogging the stage is one way to describe it.
Hold up, I disagree. Hogging the stage? What are you talking about?
No, that was the behavior I was talking about earlier. You've been talking a lot and not leaving room for other people to talk about things.
Now,
That's
to
not
be
the same
fair,
words as hogging the stage. Is why I disagreed just then and not before.
now to be
I
fair,
feel like there's a difference.
one thing that does happen a lot is you do constantly speak up in response.
Yeah.
In response to
Yeah, like for example,
like
at the
just now.
at the very beginning of things, like the reason I asked, "Do I need to mute you?" is because you were constantly responding to what Riley had to say, and there was a point in time when it was like it doesn't feel like you're listening, you're just responding to get to the next thing. And some of that is a little interruptive. And I know it's sometimes hard for us to figure out when when people have finished their thought or when to actually properly interject. But oftentimes you have been throwing yourself into the conversation and not actually waiting for somebody to finish their thought.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I got a physical mute button. I thought I might have been on mute.
That's okay.
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what I mean. If it's feeling dismissive because of you're just
I am so sorry. I felt like you guys just did the one thing I've always asked everybody around me to do and nobody ever did. So I'm just like, yes, yeah, I don't disagree. I spoke up when I disagreed. Was I supposed to be doing something different?
Well,
just remembered the fourth thing I want to talk about.
It would be nice to wait, especially in this particular setting, wait until Riley is done with everything she has to say. So she can feel like she can feel like her thoughts and her what she feels is getting out to you.
Thank you. Yeah, I needed to hear that. I need to be more aware is what I'm getting at. Thank you for telling me this stuff. I appreciate it truly.
Riley, you had one more thing?
One more thing. Hayden, lately a lot you've been doing what I believe you describe as yourself as temperature checks.
Yeah.
During any sort of conflict, and it's
anytime, every
it's
time.
getting disruptive.
Well,
it's getting to the point
John...
where it doesn't feel if I can finish. It's getting to the point where it doesn't feel like it's a checking on everyone else, and more so it's feeling like requesting everybody assure we're not mad at you, regardless of how everything's going. It feels like a defensive behavior. All right, I'm done.
Okay.
I was hoping I could perform my understanding. Like, yes, you Thank you for identifying that. I was not aware of that consciously. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay,
Mhm.
now say something nice about Hayden. Say something you enjoy about his playstyle. and
You already
such.
did. You don't need to. I promise. You
No.
said it already. Like
No,
literally
I
everything.
think it's fair.
Sorry, go
If I can end this off.
Yeah.
You actually feel like you're very invested in the world. You take notes, and you remember key details about things. You remember more details than I do about
Hold
small
on,
interactions.
I need a moment. Okay,
So yeah,
I'm ready.
I think there's a lot to
Was there
benefit
more?
with having you around.
What was the last thing I missed? It. I was scared.
You remember small details way better than I do.
Oh my skin is feels like it's on fire right now.
Okay.
I'm so embarrassed, but keep going.
Do you have anything? Do you have anything else to say, Riley?
I don't think I have anything else to
Okay.
say.
Hayden, do you have anything to say
Yes.
in response to that? To
Uh-huh.
those things.
Yes, one thing sticks in my mind: the temperature checks. I know I said out loud I will. Oh, I'm gonna do them every time, but those are not for me. And if I need to prove it, I can. In a way, I prepared for this situation.
Okay.
Not a joke. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure we will see that in the future.
No, John, I'm asking you to work this out right now. Temperature
What?
checks, cool or not? What's up?
Okay. I think temperature checks are cool, but they need to be placed well. Like Riley, I don't know how Riley has perceived these things, and
May I? Sorry. Go ahead.
part of my nature is, oh, I may have not missed, I may have not caught something because I can sometimes be totally oblivious to what's going on in the room. So sometimes I genuinely enjoyed temperature checks regardless
Mm-hmm.
because I may have missed something and I need to know if something's
and I
going
believe
wrong.
It specifically happened with this situation. I tried to stop you guys, and it kept going, and you guys didn't listen to me. And I forgot, John. I do want to talk about the blindfold thing, not here, or
Well,
maybe here. Riley, you want to talk about the blindfold thing without Matt here?
The
I
blindfold
forgot
thing.
about that. I am so sorry.
Oh yeah, that just felt like
Go ahead. Please explain
misplaced.
yourself. Try to
which
explain
part?
to John what you explained to me. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I don't need to verbally describe Varice in that situation. Varicia, we talked about Varicia in that moment, if she wanted, did not need to verbally describe a reason for her to need to do an investigation check. He did something just straight up suspicious, and I don't think was needed to be described.
I see. So you felt
Yeah.
you needed a investigation check because Raphael's
No.
action of pulling something out of the bag.
No.
Hmm?
It was a hypothetical. If
Oh.
Varicia was curious in that moment, I
Oh,
wouldn't
I
need
see.
to describe a whole process of why she was thinking it was suspicious.
Oh, I see. So did you think it was okay.
Varicia didn't care in that moment because she
I
was
see.
pissed with Raphael. But
I see.
I described it. He went away for
There
some
you go.
reason,
That
came
was
back
the
with
issue, I think.
with a blindfold.
Oh,
He
go
went
ahead.
away,
Sorry.
came back with a blindfold that he could suddenly see through, and he's never expressed any sort of extrasensory capabilities.
I'm still paying attention. I'm sorry. I got a message.
Or
Mhm.
or any of that jazz. It was
Okay.
That's what it came down to. And
I see. If you had
Yeah.
asked for an investigation check, I would have allowed you to do it based off of that.
I am so sorry. Literally, I got a message, and I got stuff going on. Little brother, family, this, that, the other thing.
Mhm.
Sorry, I might have missed the exact... What was that last thing you
Well,
said? I'm sorry.
basically, Riley was explaining that at that moment, Varicia wasn't really interested in what Raphael was doing, but if she was paying attention or wanted to pay attention to Raphael, she would have been suspicious and she would have needed an investigation check. Based off of the fact that Raphael left, got a blindfold on, that he somehow could see through and was suddenly able to do something through it. In that wording, in the way it was said to me, if Riley had requested an investigation check, I would have allowed it.
Have you finished? I'm sorry.
I have finished. Sorry, I do speak slow, and I
we don't
sometimes
have,
have long
disagreement here,
pauses.
It seems just a difference of opinion, maybe. I don't understand the problem, honestly. It sounded like I agreed with everything there. Well, as you
I
said
see.
it, John. I'm
Maybe
sorry.
it's
Riley. Maybe it's personal. Maybe I just didn't agree with you there.
well.
What
Maybe
did John say it correctly? I'm so sorry.
1 second. Maybe this
Yeah.
is something that has to do with what Matt has said and what Matt might have wanted to have happen, because he
What?
might have.
I
Because
missed that part. Actually, I sent Matt a direct message. By the way, I missed his expectations. If you could clue me in, please.
Well, I think this is best talking with
Yeah.
Matt.
I think this situation is
Yeah.
more is more for to speak with Matt. So go ahead and go to primary game.
All right.
And I
Are
will
we
get
in
to
primary
this.
game already?
No, we are in Whispers.
No, that's not me. I took my fucking glass.
Okay, so
Or Satan.
I don't know. I'm going to pull him in if he doesn't.
There.
Hi.
God.
Hello.
So, okay. Given that, Riley, is there anybody else that you would like to speak with and hash things out with?
And if anybody wants to talk to me, I have time. I made time. I mean,
Sure.
if everybody wants to talk to me,
We
I
can come
guess.
back to me. I feel like I've taken enough time for right now.
Well, I mean,
We
I
can
guess
come back
Riley,
around.
what I was trying to get to is that I think that what we talked about might be everybody might have that problem too.
Well, let me go through this process. Okay. I am sorry if I feel a little hostile in that particular situation, but let me go through this process. Riley, are you sure you want to wait?
Yes.
Okay. Byron, do you have any issues with any other players right now?
I think Riley and I should chat about what's going on with our characters. So
Mhm.
I know that part of this is we're going to get to a discussion about what we're doing anyway, but I think it'd be good if you and I chatted about it
Okay.
first.
Okay.
Cool. Let's go. I will send us to Whispers. Alrighty.
Hello.
All right. So I think one of the big things I wanted to chat about with where we're going as we move forward, if we to try and get us to move forward, I want to bring up something I want to acknowledge about Triste, because I didn't get think about it or talk about it last week, and it's something I think that can be somewhere that you could put pressure on to positively influence her decision making. I'll do that first. So Triste, I pointed that out, that she literally just essentially broke up with her abusive ex, who was murderous, and she would be absolutely fucking terrified to head back there. But also, because she's done this pretty consistently throughout the campaign, with the cult, anytime they're involved, it's drop everything I'm doing and go deal with that. But that doesn't just come from a place of being oh, they're bad, so I need to take care of them. It is essentially using them as a what's the word, a effigy for herself. She is so angry with herself for the things that she's done, then the involvement that she had in the cult, even before they became followers of Tiamat, that she essentially uses hurting them as a stand-in for punishing herself, because she sees them, she sees herself as unsavable, unworthy of redemption, and so kind of puts that on them as well.
Well,
and so good. Yeah.
Well, I think we're at an impasse here because we talked about expectations, and I didn't know
Yeah.
back then that one of the expectations was we were just going to do the module and not delve into personally created like side quests and such.
Yeah.
It seems like more than one person wants to just go through the module. And I think that's perfectly fine. I did not have Varesia made or make decisions with Varesia with that in mind. Uh,
Yeah.
and I think at this point, the best answer might just be to replace Varesia.
Okay.
I don't know. I also feel that it would be really disappointing to essentially have her character story end with her going to fight a Draco Lich alone and probably dying alone
I
off
don't.
screen.
So that's another thing.
Yeah.
Harvey might also be leaving with Varesia,
Okay.
since they were the only two who voted to go after Thursday.
Yeah.
But again,
Mm-hmm.
I am personally finding it hard to think about how I would continue to play Varesia and still get along with the party. Really.
Okay. Out of curiosity, I don't want to tell you my plans because I know you don't want spoilers, but
Mhm.
if my plans really did answer the question of whether or not Varesia would leave, like literally answer and would keep
I don't
Varesia
think-
for leaving, would you want that to happen?
The thing is, I think it's best if I explain Varesia's point of view right now of what that the recent experience looked like to her. Varesia feels like she was betrayed by the people she had come to find as friends. Almost all of them as friends. Because y'all made a promise to her that when we finished the job, and when we made the promise, our job was to get the gold back and stop the cult with whatever they were trying to do right now. And it looks like a majority of the party is trying to effectively move the goalpost. They're looking for more work instead of wanting to help her. Like, we don't really know what to do with the cult now, or how long it's going to take us to do things to the cult, or even find a new lead with the cult. We have a contact in Waterdeep now, maybe, that could help us, but we're also ignoring a baby. And Varesia picked up the emblem of the Harpers for a reason, to be a hero. If we let a baby die, we're not heroes.
Yeah.
And Triste picked up that emblem as well.
So I think one of the problems is that Triste is not seeing it as a baby, or like is not treating it fairly.
Mm-hmm.
The Thursday to her is not like is essentially a really intelligent wild animal to Triste. I think that that's unfair, but that's where I've been acting from as the character.
I've also had mixed. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I've had mixed feelings on Thursday's intelligence.
I don't know. Thursday
how
was
smart he is after getting out of a fucking egg with no teaching.
Yeah.
Dragons
But
are
yeah,
magical creatures. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I misunderstood the literal agreement that was being made. So Triste, I misunderstood it.
Mm-hmm.
That dealing with the cult meant stopping the cult, and we've delayed them. This isn't stopping them. So yeah, that's why I'd been making that argument. Yeah.
But yeah, again, the main problem comes down to Farisi just doesn't feel like anybody in the party except Harvey cares about her now.
Yeah.
Zilver said that what she was arguing for was stupid. And everyone else valued what following a lead as opposed to saving Thursday. Something that Varicia has made clear she really cares about.
Yeah.
That's the major problem of if Varicia stays with the party of how
And we don't go
to
after Thursday.
No, it's like if I play Varicia and we continue down the lead instead of going off Thursday, how to play that emotion or that conflict without just being a bitch.
Yeah. This is part of the reason why I was trying to say like things that you could put pressure on my character. Cause I don't know. I trust Jean-Luc not to kill our party, not to TPK. And yeah, my expectation had been to follow the adventure. I'm okay with us taking the detour if we can make it work for the characters. There is like, because this started from a misunderstanding with the players, not the characters. Yes, the characters, because I misunderstood, but I misunderstood. And I don't want to rip the fucking party apart because I misunderstood one conversation like 7 sessions ago. That would really upset me. So I'd like to get to somewhere where we could end up doing this, because I think an important thing is the fact that because your character pointed out last time that this has delayed them. This has pushed it back at least a little bit. Like they won't be able to like do their plan. Like if this had been going there to be able to finalize like whatever spell they're doing with the Dragon Horde, like whatever this thing is, halting that is going to put some sort of a delay on it. Combined with the fact that Triste is not acting from a place of selflessness. Like her focus on, air quotes, protecting the public and attacking the cult is very self-interested. She's afraid of her patron and wants to hurt the cult, again, as a sort of like stand-in for self-punishment. Like she is not being honest about what she's doing and why she's doing it. With Silver, I don't know. Like that will be a different thing.
Do you think that maybe Triste could have a more self-realization about that?
I think if it gets brought up, yeah. Like this is it. She's been alone in this in her own head for like quite a while. Yeah. I
think maybe you should talk about that with Harvey and not me and Varicia.
Yeah. I'd be happy to.
I don't think Varicia is the person to bring that information up right now.
Yeah. Yeah, with how angry she is, rightfully. Yeah.
She's in the fucking ring as well.
Yeah.
For another 6 hours.
Cool. Yeah, because with Silver, we'll see what we can do there. If that's the thing that pushes it over, that's what pushes it over. But I don't want my misunderstanding with my character to have destroyed the party composition, to ruin one of the characters' like emotional growth paths.
If this route I think is workable, because I can make a character now that's more inclined with the expectations of the group, of the players, you know, which I didn't really make the Varicia with those expectations.
Yeah.
To be fair, you jumped in while we didn't really have a session 0 when you started in, and we didn't even, because the adventure was still going on. So
yeah. Yeah, I think if it's chill, let me have a chat with I don't remember Harvey's player's name. So
Matt.
Harvey,
Matt.
thank you, Matt.
Matthias.
Mhm.
Oh,
Is
call
that
him
their legal
Matthias
name?
next time, y'all. Call
Okay.
him Matthias next time y'all talk to him.
If
love
I could
that.
chat with him about
So,
this, so that
okay.
we can move forward. Yeah. Cool.
Varicia, to make this a little faster, go ahead and go to primary game. I'll
Yep.
bring Harvey into this.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
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 Hi. I don't have a problem
Welcome.
with you. I have a thing I wanted to discuss.
Okay.
Cool. So I chatted with Viricia for a little bit, and one of the things I ended up trying to make really clear was the fact that the primary conflict that's happening right now comes from a place of the fact that I misunderstood the agreement, me, not Triste, when we agreed to helping out Thursday. That I had agreed to stop the cult, and we've delayed them. We hadn't stopped them, and so that's where I was acting from. But that I'm still like I work very hard to try to keep my character's logic consistent. So she's been acting from a place of a lot of self-interest, and I wanted to ask if this is something you would be cool with, sort of pressuring my character on in the next session. Is the reason she's arguing to go after the cult is none of it selfless. This is not about protecting the public. It comes from two places. One of them being she is trying to hurt the cult as a stand-in for hurting herself because she feels that she deserves punishment, so she tries to punish them as a sort of stand-in for that. And not going after Thursday is because she's terrified of her patron, not because she doesn't like care about helping Viricia or helping Thursday. She doesn't see Thursday as a like because now I know Viricia and the player are seeing Thursday as a baby, a literal baby, and Triste barely sees it as like a pretty intelligent animal. But this mattering to Viricia does matter to Triste, but she is acting from a place of fear, not like resisting going. Yeah. If I was wondering if like you would help me by role playing, sort of cornering Triste about the fact that she has, because I've pretty consistently had her like be really ruthless against that cult, even whenever like it became like almost absurd, like to have her still trying to like hurt them, when it would benefit us to not do so. And the fact that that's all coming from a place of like self-hate and fear. Yeah.
So you want to go?
I mean, me as the player, yes. Again, I try to point this out to Viricia. I don't want my misunderstanding to be the reason the entire party gets ripped apart. Even if, y'all jump over to new characters, that's not ideal. It feels like shit. I'd much rather have my character do some growing, because she's been alone in this in her own head for a very long time. Like, she's talked to y'all a bit, but has not been honest about her feelings for pretty much the entire campaign. Like, she's let out a little bit during, like, I think it was the girls' night. She admitted a few things, but that's like the surface level stuff. So yeah, no, I as the player, I'm chill with going. I want Triste to be convinced, and I think that attacking her reasons for doing and not doing things would be the easiest way to get in there and help her change. Yeah. Like, one thing that Viricia, Riley.
Go on.
Yeah, one thing that Riley pointed out that I think is a good point is the fact that when Viricia took the Harper's, symbol, like, that was to indicate that she was going to be this selfless hero. And Triste took it as well, but now is refusing that call because this is...
Okay. So this was... When did this happen? Because I don't remember this at all.
A while back
just
ago.
before you got in.
Yes,
Yeah.
like Harvey doesn't. Unfortunately, I can't do that.
No,
Harvey
not
doesn't
the
have that Harvey doesn't have that information to like pressure Triste.
Oh, wait.
He doesn't have that.
maybe not as far as the Harper's bit,
Harper's,
but your character's very insightful, right?
He's expertise.
We could say that your character was clued in that Triste was insisting on working to destroy the cult, not out of any desire to save the people. Like, he was clued into that during that argument and conversation, that Triste had other motives and such for actually wanting to destroy the cult, and you could corner her on that.
I can definitely do that, and I'm totally willing. Personally, I don't think Harvey's the corner type of guy, but more like we need to have a very, very real conversation about what happened.
Yeah.
What changed in where the desire came to for Teresa to be like, now fuck this, I want them dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I think
I'm totally cool with having that. But before until the insight portion, I was just like, how the fuck am I supposed to do this? I genuinely have no clue. I have no clue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Triste is a good liar, but she's still lying. And yeah, with your passive 17, isn't it?
Oh no, it's higher now.
Higher? Oh Jesus.
It's a passive 20 now.
Yeah. You should be able to get past that anyway. I know that now the only other issue is Zilver. I don't know what to do about that. I think we have to all discuss that in the next portion.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to, and I think that we can convince Triste to just delay it, because the cult isn't going to be ready to move on yet now that we've fucked them up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there is time. There is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. If we're done with this,
We'll move back over.
moving back over. Triste, do you have anybody else you wish to talk to specifically?
Not on my behalf, no.
Okay, cool.
No.
All right, I will move everybody back. Well, actually, go ahead and move yourselves
go
back over to primary game.
Is it divination and diviner the same?
Alrighty.
I was like, diviner sounds like gods, and I was just like, man, I've wanted to play divination so bad, but if I was a DM, I would give my divination wizard. You could have a 1 and a 20 every long rest. Go ahead.
A diviner halfling with lucky.
So, continuing this segment, Matt, do you have anybody you have issues with right now?
Me and Riley talk consistently. We're fine. Teresa, we just talked. Zilver, I guess. I'll talk to everybody. Actually, to be honest, I'll talk to everybody.
You have issues with everybody?
No, it's more or less just
Yeah,
a
you
small
fucking hate
conversation.
me.
Well, no.
Why the fuck don't you
Technically-
take me on
No.
dates, motherfucker?
Technically, that's not wrong. Technically,
Wrong
you're
campaign.
not wrong, John.
We're only talking with issues you specifically have with another player right now that you want to resolve and get your feelings out towards.
okay. For Hayden then.
Okay.
What's
cool.
up?
Well, we're gonna move you to Whispers.
No, can do it here. I would love.
Nope.
Oh,
Stick with the format.
what's going on, buddy?
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
one
hold on.
thing.
Give me 1 second. 1 second.
Okay.
That helps me. Sorry.
I will say this from a purely a player point of view. The constant I didn't quite get that. I wasn't paying attention. If you weren't paying attention, you didn't get it. That's about it. Don't ask for more information. Just get context or don't. That's very disruptive to whatever everyone's doing, and it's just super it kind of ruins the mood. And then there's the where I've written here somewhere. it's the interactions are fine, but like at the same time, sometimes like the interactions don't have to do with Raphael specifically, and him just not talking is completely fine. But like recently, in the past few like sessions, you have been Raphael has been very like in everyone's business.
Is there-
And I think that's honestly
Okay.
that's for this, yeah.
Okay. So Hayden. Well, yeah, Hayden. How?
Sorry, I am just doing things. What's up?
Mhm.
I can hear you guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's
Just,
not what I'm asking.
agreeing, disagreeing. I'm not
Mm.
sure. I'm trying.
What
to see
do
if
you
I,
have to say in your defense?
I don't know. I'm
Not
try-
not
I'm
not
hoping...
that serious, but
What'd you say? I missed that. I'm so sorry.
God damn it.
Okay.
I said, what do you have to say in your defense? Jokingly.
No, that's what I thought you said. I
Okay.
apologize. I just wanted to make sure. I
Okay.
had nothing. That's why I was like, I kind of missed it because it wasn't important. I'm sorry. Because I don't have. I agree with all of everything that everybody said about me. Thank you.
Okay.
Please keep
Alright.
doing this.
Okay.
This is what I've needed my entire life, forever and ever. Endeavor. Let me continue for exaggeration purposes because I like being goofy. Never.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, Riley and Matt. I'm so sorry, John. I know I cut you off. It
Yeah,
happens
go
to
for
me
it.
so much.
You
I
you
thought
were
you noticed
still
the other session.
you were
Go ahead.
still on a thought. I was interrupting you, I think. So go ahead and continue your
Oh.
thought.
Thank you, buddy. I don't remember what it was.
Well,
It's fine though.
okay.
Uh-huh.
I think you guys both are awesome.
Oh yeah, I think that Matt and Riley. Everything you guys said, I'm not fucking with you. I just agree, and I'm thanking you. You guys need to go watch exactly what you said over again and listen to your own selves because I agree with everything you say.
Okay.
Specifically, the literal meaning of everything you say. I mean,
Okay.
I'm not. It's not a joke. I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
I'm 100% serious.
So
Buddies?
let's go back to primary
But
game.
before
Do I
before
need
we
to
go
do
back,
it?
before
Do I
we
need to
go
do
back,
it, guys? I trust
Oh,
you
what?
too. Give me a minute. I need to figure out how to explain this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just. Okay. God, I listen to so much music, and you guys don't listen to that specific music, and I'm just like, give me a second, because. God damn it. Hold on. Help me out. What was I thinking of?
I don't know what you were thinking of.
Fuck,
I'm
no,
sorry.
like, what was the subject? Just remind me so I can pick it back up.
We were basically Riley was talking about not Riley. Good lord.
Yeah.
Matt was talking about how your distracted nature seems to be causing a little bit of an interference with each other, with the game, because you don't seem to always be paying attention to things, and also
John.
on top of that,
Sorry. Mhm.
Raphael has seemingly been a little bit too much in everybody's face or a part of everybody's business.
In everybody's face? Like, if
Well,
I've been
not-
arguing with people?
Not in everybody's face as in
In
arguing,
character,
but
I mean.
like in character in everybody's business. You have
How
to
is
be
Raphael viewed in character, I guess, is
You-
what I need to ask, apparently. I would like to ask the rest of the group if that's a better place to do it.
well that
Just to get a
Can,
feel.
can I ask what you're talking about?
Oh, I am so sorry. Yeah, how does everybody view Raphael? Does the characters themselves not like Raphael? Or is it the players not liking Raphael that I'm feeling? Go ahead.
I will say this from my point of view.
Yes, sir.
As a player, I have absolutely zero problems with Raphael. Zero.
Thank
I have
you.
no problems with him as a character.
Then
I
let's
have
deal with it in character.
That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I apologize.
The problems I have are Raphael is very in everyone's business at moments where
What does
why the
that
hell
mean?
is he
And
me?
give me specific moments and remind me what I was doing in that moment, how I said it. If you don't mind, I apologize. Take your time. I literally have all day. I set
It's
aside a lot of time for this.
no, it's fine. Like it's there's no specific interaction. It's just that he's just like constantly. There's like moments where like Raphael, like why, like in a sense, for lack of better words, why are you talking?
Mm-hmm.
This is not like a in character kind of moment or conversation to be had. It's more or less like it seems like he's it sounds there's the best way to describe it, he sounds like when he like comes into like everyone's conversation, it's more like he sounds like the like religious person that just knocks on your door, just like even when you tell them no, go away.
Raphael does? Oh, wait,
Yes,
hold on.
because he's
I thought
in
I was on mute, sorry.
everyone's like he's talking to people that are having like different conversations. And like and specifically this has to do with like you're the nature of like you don't remember things or like you're not paying attention to certain things. Just if you don't know it, you don't know. Like don't ask
I
for
gotta say, I
repeating.
disagree with that. I am so sorry at a
That-
personal level,
like
if I may.
can I ask you why do you disagree with that?
Yes, obvious. Like I was about to say, like I disagree with that on a personal level, if I may. In that, give me one sec. Could you give me the TLDR version so I can get like a jump start to my car, kind of?
Why do you keep making us repeat ourselves?
That's a Hayden problem.
I understand why.
Correct. Like why? Help me figure this out. Doctors have not helped me at all. No
This,
diagnosis.
it's irrelevant to a diagnosis. I'm asking,
Oh?
why do you make us do it?
I know. Like I forget, and I just want to
It's-
know what happened.
I get that. If this is how I in my head, this is how I make it work. If you don't remember or you weren't paying attention, your character was off to another world.
Yeah.
You because
go
like because
ahead.
no, because like if you keep constantly doing that, we have in this one specifically, we have a 2-hour session. If we're spending 30 minutes of that repeating, what's the point?
Yeah, I see.
It defeats the purpose of like a lot of the time. If we had like a 4-hour session, even then it's like counterintuitive because like we're spending majority of time repeating.
Right.
And like I get it, that's a you thing, but like one, I'm not saying like to completely be the exact opposite of who you are. I'm saying in that moment you didn't know, your character wasn't paying attention. Simple, very simple. And if it's super important, like we're having a very intense
I disagree with that specific part right there. If we could
Which
stop
part?
and
Which
hash
part?
that out.
Which part?
If you weren't paying attention, your character wasn't. I disagree with that on a base level, I guess. Just in a general sense of like, my character isn't me completely. This is just a game. My character wouldn't not be paying attention to his friends talking, I guess. It's like, that's where I disagree, I guess.
I know. I will say this. I completely understand you, and this is the character. Your character wouldn't, but you also have to understand that some of the moments you want repeated because you weren't paying attention are so useless information. They're so useless.
Who decides that?
They're information that is unnecessary to any plot nor even character. Like there's just information that's absolutely
did
unnecessary.
You decide that?
That is what I'm.
I'm sorry.
I'm not deciding this. Period. I'm saying
I'm
this.
sorry. That's how I was like. I was confused for a
second. I'm saying this like as a whole. Like for example, if like, the best thing I can describe is yesterday of you asking, "Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Can you repeat that?" When Eldritch was describing SAR. That's useless information.
When Eldritch was describing SAR, what specific part? There's a lot.
There's
I got
only
my notes
one.
here. I wrote it all down.
That's the point. You were so engrossed in writing notes, you missed it. Simple. You missed it. That's it. There's no information in that moment that you could have that could completely change anything.
Okay, I can play that way. I'll just be sad. It's fine.
It's so like it's very disruptive.
That was a little passive aggressive.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to.
it's very disruptive, like when that happens, because at that point
I
the
see that
player's
now, yeah.
constantly repeating over and over because you are like missing it out, and I get it. Sure, shit happens. Your attention
Yeah.
span, because it happens to me. I can't tell you the amount of times I've in like Saturday's campaign where I just I'm not listening.
Yeah.
But like I'm not gonna tell everyone to repeat it either.
All right,
That's
fair
the point. Like it's like because it hurts everyone.
enough. Okay. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I'm so sorry.
Like this isn't kind of an I'm sorry moment. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, it's not? Because I felt like it
No,
was. That was a genuine.
it's
not
like
a compulsion.
here's the thing. I'm genuinely not asking for a sorry or
Well,
an
no,
apology.
it's not for you. I guess I don't take it back. I'm not sorry. That was for me. I felt bad.
It's gonna sound so shitty what I'm gonna say, and I
Go ahead.
apologize. I don't care if you're sorry. I really don't. It's more or less like, hey,
I know you
like
that well.
I want like just be more like pay attention to everyone. Like everyone's doing their own thing. Like don't interrupt people if they're having their own thing. That's it. Like I'm fine if it happens every now and again because you're human. It's inevitable.
What's every now and again? Number of times.
There's no such thing as a number.
Oh, that sucks.
If it happens, it happens. But if it happens every like 15 minutes, that's not okay.
Okay, so in a 2-hour session, that'd be. Sorry, it's hard to think. 2 hours is. Could you help me out, guys? If you could do math right now. Hold on, I got blood. No.
What math are we doing?
There's.
I got
okay.
it. I got it. It's fine.
You okay?
Don't
Let
worry
me
about it.
let me explain something to you. That's very like a thing. There is no
Am I
math
doing it
to
right now?
There
Am
is
I
no
doing
math.
something right now that's making you guys aggressive at me?
I'm not aggressive at you. Period.
Okay, sorry.
You
I
are
thought
coming off as a
I'm so
little
sorry.
intense, though.
I can't agree to that. It's because I'm trying to like. I'm not angry at you. I don't hold any
Uh-huh.
animosity towards you. I don't have any negative
I know.
will. I don't
Right, we
like.
talked.
No, I get that, but I'm just explaining from
Okay,
John's
yeah.
point of view. Like, I don't have anything like that.
Yeah, Matt.
So, like-
and I agree with. I agree with. I think I do, Matt. I'm trusting you right now. I mean, I believe you. I should say. I mean, I have faith in you. There you go. I got there.
It's like
Sorry,
No.
I talk so much these days. I can't drink enough water. My mouth is so dry.
like right there, for example. Like just saying like very dehydrated. Like that's it. Because it's more like
I guess
it,
when I think back on. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, it's more like it's in moments like we're having roleplay, you'll come back after doing something and just interrupt roleplay when that like with random stuff like that.
That's probably when I asked what happened the most.
Yes. You will interrupt roleplay and do that. Well, moments are happening, and like if something's happening and people are having an intense conversation, ask to like message somebody, hey, like real quick, give me like a TLDR, what happened? Like message one person, just ask real quick, give me an update, what happened? But like,
Sorry, I was zoned out for like 3 seconds. Go back.
That's
everybody happened.
no,
What'd you
like
say?
that right there, like that was like the perfect moment, right there. Like you
were taking a drink, you zoned out,
yes,
you missed something.
you missed something. Don't
Actually,
interrupt.
that is a point. For most of the times, when you leave to do something while playing, and you come
Mhm.
back afterwards, rather than ask vocally what happened, put it in chat.
Okay, it seems like I've tried to use chat a lot for a side role play where I don't want to interrupt, and it's just like nobody watches. Like if I may,
So here's it.
sorry,
Okay,
if I may, without being interrupted.
Mhm.
Sorry, I didn't get
Continue.
a confirmation.
Continue.
just go.
Thank you, John. Damn it, give me 1 second. If somebody could remind me real quick what I was the subject.
You were
was.
talking about trying to use chat for side roleplay stuff and not interrupting.
Specifically on Albedo. When Albedo ripped his shirt off, he dropped it in the mud and dirt. I can't remember if I said that. Then he ran, punched the thing, and after everybody was done, I definitely made sure to check if tokens and where traps and stuff are. That's how everything works before I moved. And I realized, oh fuck, there's shit going on. So I typed in chat, Albedo uses Presto to clean his shirt and puts it back on. Do you not remember that?
I do remember that.
No, Matt, I'm sorry. John, I didn't mean to be crazy.
I wasn't listening to that part.
It was
Not
in the
paying
chat,
attention.
I mean.
It
I
was-
didn't read it.
I get it. I wasn't reading it. I
Uh-huh.
get what you're saying.
I know. Yeah, I know. It's not a big deal. Or it's for me. Sorry. Apologies. I know that's a phrase. Not
How
a big
about
deal
this?
comes with. Go ahead.
Specifically when it comes to trying to get an update on what's happening. In player game chat, at the game master, at me, Tavern Keeper.
How does that? Oh, in Discord.
Yeah, in Discord. When you
Okay.
go to player game chat, type in the at symbol, and then type in Tavern.
Sometimes I don't
Keeper
have.
of the
Okay.
Tavern.
Yeah. I just need to give me 1 second. Excuse me. One moment, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goddamn it. Give me 1 second.
One.
I didn't forget. I know what your name is, but it's just Tavern Keeper, right? Nothing like
Keeper
extra
of the
digits.
Tavern. Like,
Keeper
if
of
you
the
start
Tavern,
with
all
Keeper,
lowercase?
not
pop
all.
up.
Yeah, it'll pop up.
Gotcha, at K. All right. Hell yeah.
Let me see here.
Oops. Sorry. Oh, that was compulsion. I retake that. Sorry. Fuck you guys. Consensually, if you would allow me. I'm
Not
joking.
really.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Damn, I wasn't really joking. Matt, my sister. Sorry, you guys are probably emotional right now.
I'm not.
Sorry. Okay, Matt, I believe you. Fuck you and my. Oh my god, I caught myself. I about said fuck you and my sister. I was like, no, don't do that, Matt.
Anyway,
She did
so
say that.
I'm totally lost
sorry,
on
I
where we're
haven't
at.
talked to you in a minute.
So-
We're waiting for you to talk. I'm gonna be honest, and you haven't.
About what?
Okay, I will talk then. I will say my piece in this. Like
Sorry.
moments where it's like, hey, you are not paying attention. Message somebody, message the tavern keeper, whatever it is in that regard. But
Yeah.
like, I will say this: like some moments, hey, like what happened? They'll give you like 3 words. Fucking.
What if I just typed it in chat? Like Tharmand answers or Carly answers, Chomsky answers a lot.
Here's the thing, like also with like the chat specifically, like you have a tendency of like typing something in chat, no one responding, and immediately interrupting, going like, "Did you guys
Oh,
read
yeah.
chat?" You
I'm
do that
sorry.
very, very much.
Okay.
And I'm saying like, hey, it happens. People are doing roleplay. People are just into the moment. Some people are not even in the roleplay, but they're so engrossed in the moment that it happens. It happens.
I guess I don't understand immersion like you guys do. I haven't
yeah.
been immersed in anything in about a
sometimes,
decade, honestly.
sometimes when I get immersed,
don't remember what it's like.
I don't experience anything else. I totally miss
Okay.
everything else.
But what does that mean?
It means my focus is on the roleplay so much that I fail
Uh-huh.
to see anything. And
Well, it's like me. Let me give you guys. I am so sorry. I did the thing. Please, John.
your focus is everywhere else, but not the roleplay. Sometimes.
Like for
I
like,
agree.
I will say this, like on last Saturday, you interrupted Lilith's roleplay because you were like, "This is kind of boring," and that was very much.
What was the role play?
Lilith was talking to a priest, and I will say this: you very much like had that random, like it happens to everyone. I'm gonna be honest, that moment where like they become that guy in D&D.
Yeah. Thank you.
Like it happens. I'm gonna be honest. I've done it. Fuck it all. I've done it in multiple campaigns. I have. I will say
maybe
that.
that's what I'm feeling with the whole Raphael thing. I'm just like, it seems like everybody doesn't like Raphael, and I'm really trying to play him in character really cool. Like goofy and nice is what I'm trying to go for, but just never seems to land.
And this is like, I'm just curious. Why goofy? This is just a genuine question from me.
Good question. For me, I don't know. Is the answer, I suppose.
Okay, fair. That's an answer.
Thank you. Like literally, I'm not sure. I've got so much shit going on nobody's been able to say that to me. This makes me sick to my my throat literally closed.
Look,
nobody's been able to say, "Cool, that's the reason."
Like, I'm going to say this, and it might be a little bit like not mean, but it's just like very forward and direct. Like
He's
sometimes
not able to hear.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's choking and dying. My bad.
No.
Sorry about that. My body does that automatically.
I apologize.
Please don't. I'm sorry. That sounds weird, but
It doesn't.
you don't have to. Matt, I think you understand. Don't feel bad, John. If my trauma didn't happen, I wouldn't be right now. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thank you. So when you say I'm sorry about my trauma, it's like, fuck
Oh.
me then, huh?
That's not what I was apologizing for.
That's how it makes me feel when people say, when I say like, when I have a traumatic thing and people look at me and say, I'm so sorry. It's like,
No.
you guys don't understand how
I
it makes me feel, and
apologize.
I just have.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
The reason I was apologizing was because I was seeing in the current situation, I wasn't actually perceiving fully what was going on.
Oh, okay. No.
You had to multiple times say
right.
1 second.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh crap.
I could have swore you were noticing in these last 2 sessions. Like, if you guys go watch those videos, I can't watch myself. I can't hear my own voice. I've never watched our streams. I can't. I'm sorry, John. And also, my liked playlist is completely music, so I can't like your videos either.
That's okay. I understand.
If you guys want to go watch, just count how many times I get interrupted and let me know. I'm genuinely just curious. I don't fucking care if you do it or not. I thought you were noticing, John. I was like, oh fuck, you're noticing. Anyways.
I will say this: you do get interrupted. I 100% agree. That does happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say the frequency at which you interrupt people is severely way higher than the other way around. Raphael does have a lot of speaking moments where it's like Raphael does talk, and I will say this: fucking charismatic as shit. Fucking talk. That's your whole shtick. You're charismatic as shit. That's your shtick.
Which character? I'm sorry.
Raphael.
I thought you were talking about Obito for some reason. Sorry about that. That's why I was like, what? That was me.
So like, Raphael is a talker, charismatic, charisma, talk. I get it, but there are moments where Raphael isn't in that conversation, and like, and he just is somehow in that conversation, and like it kind of
somehow is. What does that mean? Like, am I in the wrong room sometimes?
Yes.
No, really?
You are like your
skin is on fire.
It's like.
Go ahead. Sorry.
There.
Hilarious to me. Sorry.
There's like moments where, like, Raphael, like, I will say, like, last Monday, Raphael interjected himself in between, like, I think it was Zover and someone else, might have been Varicia, and it was just like, after a certain point, it didn't feel like roleplay added more fuel to the fire.
I need to know what the specific situation is.
It was more or less when we were the whole discussion of going to Thursday, and you were flip flopping your.
I talked to John about that actually. I was like, "Hey, John, I in middle of it, I sensed personal problems, and I tried to temperature check, and nobody cared." Didn't we talk about that, John?
We did talk about that.
Okay, just double checking.
We talked about that, and we talked about that today, also.
Did we? I didn't hear it be talked about today.
With Riley?
Oh, just with Riley. Okay.
Yeah.
I was hoping it would be talked about with the whole party.
Not with the whole party yet, but...
That was all for you guys. None of that was for me. I thought you guys were cool. That's why I did the fucking blindfold thing. I've been planning that fucking prank. I don't even know how long. Ever since 5.5 came out, and I was like 4th level major image, no concentration. I can see through a blindfold. Epic. So now my prank is done. Can't do that again. And I thought you, Matt, and Riley were like so upset with me that I was like, what's going on here?
Okay,
I don't understand your guys' point of view.
there
Or I
is.
do, and you don't understand mine, maybe?
I understood exactly where you came from, your intentions
Where?
of everything. I
Explain
understood
it
it
to me
perfectly.
what was my point of view from your point of view?
Raphael did some
No, that was
whatever.
my. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. That was my bad.
Raphael did whatever he did, came back randomly with a blindfold.
Go ahead.
It was either to proc a bunch of people's asking of questions or
Say again? I'm sorry.
proc people's interest.
Like bring up, like I
Yeah.
played Warcraft.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
Does that still mean the same thing?
Yes, it's to bring up
I'm
so
old.
people are. That's yes. It's to gauge so people, each person in the party goes like, "Oh, that's interesting," whatever.
Yeah.
But
Harvey
this
was
did,
right there. Harvey's the only one I hit it from. I don't remember if I did a roll for it.
you did not. You just went away, and Harvey passively could have seen it. Where from you were
I
right
call
next to him.
bullshit. John, DM rolling. Could Harvey have passively seen what I did?
It would have been an investigation check to see through it. But
From literally, I made this point, and then you walked away specifically into why there wasn't. At least Harvey
Walked
didn't.
away.
Yes.
Oh, Raphael. I thought you were talking
Yes.
about me hating. I was like, man, did I hate and walk away? Sorry,
We are
go ahead.
not talking about each other. We're talking about the characters. So Harvey specifically was right next to Raphael, and I have stated that specifically. He is right next to Raphael. You said
Correct.
that he's digging through his bag. Harvey can passively see what he's doing. There was no
Agreed.
sleight of hand of anything that he was trying to do, so Harvey could passively see
agree.
what he's doing. So when Raphael walked away to do that shit, whatever he did, Harvey did not go into it or try to press him. But he came back with a blindfold, which immediately is, that's really weird. Why does he have a blindfold on? But there is so much happening.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
There's so much happening in the moment where Harvey does not care to investigate whatever Raphael is doing. There are far more pressing matters in that moment where shit was happening, where investigation of whatever Raphael was doing is not something to do.
wait,
Triste, what's up?
wait. Just for me to get this fucking clear, was this whole bit about the blindfold Riley, you and Riley saying if we wanted to do an investigation check, we would have reason to do so?
Yes.
Okay, I get it now. And
It's all
if you
good.
had
Yeah, I thought I
in
understood. Go ahead,
in
John.
this particular situation,
Go ahead.
yes,
Sorry.
if
Yeah.
Harvey requested a investigation check, I would have given it to him.
And the whole conversation was Hayden said no, and said, I will let John rule that. That was the whole argument about the blindfold. That's it.
Because I still kind of I kind of feel like there was still kind of a miscommunication there or misunderstanding there, because I feel like it shouldn't have been that ended that way.
Sorry, if I may, the next piece of information I would like to bring up is Triste knows. I would like to, if this goes through, I would like everybody to role play they don't know and Triste still gets to know. That's one thing I needed to say. I didn't realize I needed to say that earlier. I should have. Sorry.
Well, true.
I thought about that.
One second before we get to
expectation wise.
No. Before we get to who knows and who doesn't. Everything Riley and Matt had said about the blindfold thing was, yes, our characters didn't know, but we had reason to investigate. We just chose not to because our characters were more focused on other things. That's what was going on. Okay, I've ended my point.
Yes, like ultimately, Raphael, after the debacle of everything happening, he came in with this. You said it was a prank now above board, and
Thought I heard something. Go ahead. Sorry. Apologies. I'm trying not to say anything.
Okay, like you said it above board, it is a prank. Cool. No one wanted to investigate the prank, but every single person has means to do it because of the shady nature in which Raphael did it. If it was just like in front of everyone type of thing, sure. And he sleight of hand so high where no one could have noticed, sure, whatever. But he didn't. He walked away and was super suspicious. But there are so much more pressing matters that every person does not want to investigate whatever it is. Triste was right next to it and just wanted to see it. Sure. That John asked, like, hey, roll an investigation check. And Triste passed it. Triste knows. Harvey, Varicia, Zover, and Set don't know. And also don't care, especially considering the moment of what's just happened.
Give me 1 second. I am so sorry. Just literally. In the moment it happened, I need to calm down, is what I'm saying. My emotions are so high, my brain isn't functioning correctly. Give me 10 seconds. Just need to look at a picture real quick. One moment. I'm so sorry, guys. Give me a single second. Or 3, maybe. Sorry. Give me... I'm almost good, I promise. Okay, yeah.
So...
Go ahead.
Okay. Matt?
Yes?
Would you like to continue where you left off?
Like,
Please
so much was happening in that moment that an investigation of why the hell Raph is acting weird is the last thing anybody wants to do. Especially Harvey, who just took care of Zilver to full HP when she was 0. Harvey has a lot more pressing matters than to investigate what Raph is doing, especially in that kind of moment, because that was a very random spur of the moment something Raph did. And as far as the information Harvey has on Raph likes to be very pompous, overblown, and like he likes to be the life of the party. And this could be easily another thing of showboating. Harvey doesn't want to entertain that, considering the way shit happened. Harvey wants to take care of Raphael in case anyone in the party does anything, but he's not in the mentality nor mindful state to entertain.
Harvey or Matt?
Harvey.
Okay.
I am very much the opposite of my characters. Don't ever expect me to have like a...
I am so sorry. Oh shit! I kicked my fucking switch. Give me a second. Go ahead.
Okay.
Like, don't ever assume ever that if you pissed off Harvey, you pissed off me. Ever. Chances are, and I'm saying this above board and everything, you are 1,000% wrong. There is not
Give
a
me
moment.
like 10. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Give me 30. It's just like I can sense it coming on, but give me a second.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, just give me. How about I just tell you when I'm good, or do you want me to keep saying numbers?
It's your choice.
Thank you.
You're good.
Okay, hold on. I forgot I ain't got my glasses on. Son of a mother. Okay. And you paying attention, John? I'm so sorry. Just double checking with everybody for myself. Everybody feels like they know what's going on, because I think I do. But Matt, could you keep going?
What do you want me to say?
Right? I think I get what's going on. I promise. I'm just so confused.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of. You told us to hold off, and I'm holding off. But I also don't know what you want me to say.
No, just
right
pick
now.
back up where you left off. Sorry, I just needed a minute.
like, long story short,
Yeah.
you had this ultimate plan of pranking the party
Yeah.
at a very bad time.
Say that you cut at a very odd time.
Bad
Bad.
time.
Bad time. Oh, okay.
That
I
is
thought I did a temperature check for that reason.
no. That's it. It's irrelevant to the temperature check. Completely irrelevant.
It's not
to
an
me.
above board bad timing. It was in game bad timing. Like all the other characters in game. It wasn't the
guess
time.
I just took
It was a bad
everybody
time.
at their
to do-
word. You all said you were cool. I went for it, and Triste
Oh,
got it. And
Okay,
I was
you
like, "Hell yeah."
okay? Okay, let me explain this to you. We are not our characters.
Correct.
We are not. So our emotions to that moment are entirely different to how our characters would be. You asked for a
Okay.
temperature check above board. Everyone's fine. Every single
Okay.
person was okay. You
No,
Real
did not
quick,
ask.
would you,
real
if I
quick.
if I may, John, before you, if I may,
Okay.
John, would you just be aware of the temperature checks for me then? Just if you see something, let me know.
I can't promise that.
I'm cool with that. No, I'm cool with that. I know you.
But let me do something
trust
real
you.
quick because I think
Yeah,
there's
bud.
been a misunderstanding here. Okay. What Matt is saying isn't that your prank was bad for the other players. Your character's prank was bad in game. Was a bad time in game. Like, for example,
Okay.
think about
ahead.
this. If you had just experienced a car crash and then somebody came up to you and had you smell a flower and then squirt water in your face through the flower, would you have taken that as a good prank?
I suppose when I think about it, the blindfold happened before the issues, and I did a temperature check. Y'all said you were good.
Well,
I said fuck
no,
it.
no,
You
no,
are
no, no,
not.
no,
You are
no, no,
not.
no,
You
no.
do not know what's
You're
happening.
you're not getting it. You're
Okay,
still not
yeah,
getting it.
The situation with
This-
Thursday was
No,
intense.
no,
character.
no.
In character, in game, in session.
Hold off for a
And what am I
second.
saying?
Hold off for a second.
Yeah.
Your prank happened just after everybody had gotten done fighting an adult white dragon. Everybody was
Oh, and that whole
concerned with coming down from not only the adrenaline, but getting other people patched up and making sure everybody was okay after the fight. Your prank was kind of like
Did it.
doing a
Sorry, go ahead.
practical joke during a terrible tragedy.
I see. I think I just felt
It-
like that was over with, and I don't
Ab-
remember
ab-
considering it.
Above
The
board,
previous, I mean.
yeah, above board,
thought that was
everybody
settled,
was,
I guess.
yeah,
Sorry,
above
that's
board,
Hayden.
everybody was cool with it.
As
in-
Hayden, I misunderstood, and that led
Yeah.
to Raphael doing what I did. Apparently.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry, I get it
yeah.
now. I think.
mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, above board, everybody was cool with it. In game with the characters, it was a bad time, and that could have been
I
fine.
see. That makes sense now.
That's what we've been trying to tell you.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
You made a joke in very poor taste at a very bad time. Like, understandably so, though. Understandably, Raphael had zero information. Zero. None. Like, he
I
wouldn't have
had
known.
zero. Like, see, that's where I'm like, Raphael should have remembered. That's
Okay.
my bad.
No, okay, this
That's
is
Hayden's bad.
look. No, it's not.
Player.
No,
error.
it's not. I
No,
will tell you
it's
this right now. Look, Zilver died. Period. Point blank. That's it.
Did she fully
She-
die? Or
No,
like,
no.
just-
Raphael does not know.
What'd y'all tell Raphael?
No, we haven't. That's the thing. None of us have told Raphael.
And why are we arguing? Raphael didn't know what
Because-
happened.
That's the point where we're having this discussion. You asked for a temperature check of this prank above board, not with the characters.
Was it a temperature check? I don't think it was a temperature
Yes, it
check.
was. Yes,
Okay.
it was.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's exactly what you asked, and that's what you took the prank, and you went with it. That is your choice and what you did.
Mhm.
Sorry if that was loud.
That was
all
the
good.
point. Raphael did not know, and he did this prank, and you wanted this thing to be all big and whatever the hell you wanted it to go with, but it didn't go there,
Mhm.
and everything against what you wanted because of our characters not giving a shit. char-
did it because your characters didn't give a shit? Sorry.
our characters
Is
did not
what
care. Our characters do not
Okay.
care. Harvey,
Understood.
Varicia, and Zilver were literally in the thick of it. Zilver went down. Varicia had full knowledge and saw it all. Harvey
I
saw
feel like
it
I
all.
understand. I mean, I think I'm good. I think I get it. I think something clicked there somewhere
Okay.
to me.
Okay, cool. So, is there anything else we need to talk about?
No, I just am like, fuck. That makes sense when I think about it, but like I'm trying to think back. Did Raphael think about it? And I was like, I guess I was so excited.
Yeah.
Like I remember thinking about the current situation with Thursday. I was like, the blindfold shouldn't have. Raphael, can't remember how. Like I said, I can't watch the videos again. Ugh, I can't. hear my own voice.
Anyway, but is
But,
there
that's my
anything?
bad.
Is there anything else we need to talk about?
No, I'm good.
'Kay.
Thank
Matt.
Yo.
What do you like about Hayden's roleplay?
you.
Truthfully,
you.
I love all of the chaoticness that is Raphael. I truly love it because it's the exact opposite of what everyone in the fucking party is. Because Triste is honestly, for lack of better words, a depresso espresso. Zilver is the pure definition of the word
Oh.
fucking trauma, and I love it because
Hold on. I need to say something about Zilver, but this is perfect.
this is. Let me finish first.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So
go.
like, Triste is genuinely, as Byron said, in an abusive relationship. That's just fucking traumatic and depressing. Zilvar does not want to see fucking happiness until the day she fucking dies.
Mhm.
So like it's like a lot of shit happens, and like
That was yeah.
So,
Sorry,
like,
just agreeing.
for like everything happening, it's just
Yeah.
so much like shit. So like I love the chaoticness that is Raphael. I genuinely do, because it's the exact opposite of what everything
I'm trying to come
is.
off. I did not realize I was emulating Gojo with Raphael when I made him. But kind of like how everybody hates Raphael, I was like, okay, everybody seems to hate in character, but I'm feeling something else behind this. But maybe I'm coming off correctly with Raphael. Maybe I'm not. This is what I needed. Thank you.
Okay. Cool. I'm going to
Oh, no, about Zilver. Sorry. With you two here. Perfect. Is
What-
there any... I want Varicia and Zilver... Sorry, can I say another expectation? Did you remember my earlier one?
Yes, I
apologize.
wrote them down.
What was it? I don't remember.
Give me a moment. The expectations you
appreciate that.
gave me. Let me see here.
With Zilver,
you
before
want-
I forget, I'm sorry.
You want Raphael to be a hero, and you want
Yeah.
a little less bleed in or bleed out. Basically, you want people
Oh,
not
it was
to get
during
mad
this
at each other.
conversation I said something. Give me a second. An expectation. I wanted... Oh, the blindfold thing. I thought my prank went through well. I was like, cool. In this situation, it'll bond Triste and Raphael. Triste didn't say anything. So Raphael's like, because Raphael could see Triste looking into Raphael's eyes. So it was like, oh, fuck. Don't say anything. So I did roleplay that, and I'm just like, man, I don't want to lose the effect of the prank itself, because I've planned that for so long.
So you basically want your pranks to be able to go through well.
I want everybody else not to have noticed. Just, can everybody, I know you can't ask people to roleplay it, but that's something that, like, I understand if you can't, but that's what I think.
I will say this: every single person that has not rolled for it does not have a problem role playing it.
Yeah.
Every single person that. Say that one more time.
Every single person that knows it has no problem role playing it.
So basically, everybody who didn't roll for the investigation check are fine with the idea that their characters don't know that didn't see through the illusion.
Have you checked already? Sorry, maybe
Yeah.
that's fine.
We are. I will say this: in terms of Zilver, will not ask as a character. We definitely won't. Zilver will not.
I don't know
Harvey
that.
and Varicia, I can guarantee,
ahead.
will not
Go
ask,
ahead,
considering the conversation we had previously. Too much is going on to ask. And me and Riley, as players, genuinely like playing without meta knowledge. That's fun. That's really fun.
I
Playing
feel
with
there's certain meta knowledge that if it protects players' feelings should be given. That's my opinion. No big deal.
I don't understand that.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I know that sounds rude. I apologize for it sounding rude.
Um.
Go ahead.
Okay. Cool. So
Sorry, Matt. I can't see you, so I'm like, I don't know how you feel, buddy. I'm sorry, and I would like to see you, because you can't be that attractive. Saying, those are photoshopped. My sister literally did say, "Dang,"
Hello?
out verbally.
Hello?
I
hello.
thought I was motherfucking on mute. God damn, scared the
you
shit out of me.
did you die or something?
Internet cut out.
Just for a second, that
Ah.
was craziest timing. John, tell him what
Hello?
happened. I'm jumping in. It was emotional in the moment. I don't remember what exactly. No, I said DLDR was like, I was trying to make you feel better by saying something about you being attractive, and then I was trying to remind you that.
So
my sister
we're
said
getting off
verbally-
topic here.
I didn't think so, but go ahead.
Yes, we are. We are
It's
actually.
way off topic. It's way off
I-
topic because I,
was-
have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm trying to get us back
I was-
to on base. So
Sorry, I didn't get a verbal confirmation, so I was like waiting
Yeah.
on you guys. Is it okay?
I no
What
actually.
I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
What I was doing, I'm sorry. What I
Go
was
for it.
doing was trying to tell Matt what happened while he was gone.
Okay.
I didn't get any information. on
You
what happened
can
while you-
talk with him.
Mhm.
You could probably tell him about that later or through text.
I will say this. I don't need
I just
anything.
haven't heard from you in a minute, bud.
I will say this. I don't need anything to make me feel better. I am fine in that regard. You don't need to blow
Mhm.
anything up in terms for me. Like, it's fine. Don't need. Once is fine.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good with it.
But just to let you know, this has taken over 40 minutes.
I understand
And
that.
like I said, I am sorry. I blocked out a lot of time for this because I thought it was going to go long for me personally.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
thought I'd mention that.
I'm
three
totally
times.
good. We can go
Go
back
ahead.
to
So-
the fucking primary.
Cool.
Yeah.
Go
Surely
back to
everybody's
primary
got
game.
something to say. Fine. What's
Go
up,
back to
bud?
primary.
Oh,
Mhm.
Yeah, Studio-
hello.
Okay.
Oh,
This,
no,
Cool.
Hold
this
on.
character is gonna
Hold
be a
on.
wood elf.
Hold on. Give me a second. John,
Yeah?
you cool? I didn't. You jumped out before I could say anything.
Oh, I thought
I
we
wanted
were.
to give you a minute. Apologies.
Okay.
Yeah, you jumped in. I was like, "Fuck, you cool?" But I was just like, "You need a minute, bud?"
No, I don't need a minute.
Okey-doke.
So, finally, and hopefully, this has actually dealt with most people who you would need to talk to. But Hayden, is there
What's up?
anybody? Are there any players you have issues with right now?
Oh, god damn it! Hold on.
It's been coming up straight to you, and you're gonna have to do this every time. By the way,
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I just wanted to be on camera so you guys could.
yeah, I know.
When you guys see me, are you looking at me?
We can see you,
Yeah, they can see you.
Yeah,
No, I don't have a
just don't pay
problem with
attention too
anybody.
much.
but
Okay.
Hayden,
Go ahead.
do you have any player that you need to hash things out with that you have issues
I'm
with?
looking at your tokens. No.
Okay. Woo!
Yeah.
All right. Hopeful. We have 10-ish minutes, so
Mhm.
we may need to do
God
this
damn, I am
again.
so sorry, guys. I
we-
did not mean to do that. I tried to say I've blocked out a lot of time for this, for personal. Like, if anybody needs to say something to me, I thought I tried to get the info in there somewhere, but
Well,
big deal.
it's less about just your time, but everybody's
No.
time.
It's the end of the session. Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's
I've
nearly
got
the end of the session.
2 more hours after this,
But-
and I could go on after that. If anybody has anything personal
But-
they'd like to say, I can do one-on-one. I'd like a moderator, but
While we have time,
John is still talking.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. What we're getting to next is where we would like to go from here, and what we're doing from here.
Yes.
There has
Who is? Oh, sorry.
there has been a request specifically to work more to keep Varicia and Harvey in, because as
Enzo, where?
of right now,
Yeah.
And Tristan.
I will mute you, Hayden.
I might need it.
I'm gonna mute you.
Grassy.
Okay, so as of right now, the way things are going, Varicia will probably be leaving the party and Harvey along with her to try and save Thursday. I, as game master and one of the players here, do not want this to happen because I have plans for Thursday and I want them to actually happen and you guys to experience that. Secondly, we somebody else also, and Triste
You can
would
just call
like,
them-
yeah, Byron would like to also keep Varicia and Harvey in the party. So, Eldritch, I know you said your expectations were to keep to the story and to keep going on the adventure. Do you mind if we go off just a little bit for the next session or 2 or 3, depending, to go do a Thursday rescue mission?
But sorry, I'm just confused because Byron, didn't you not want to do that?
So this is the thing that I ended up having really big chats about, like with Riley, about the fact that like that had been my expectation for this. This is where I'd been kind of coming from as the player, but that like more important to me right now is being able to move the characters forward and then come back, because we if we think about this logically, like outside of the character stuff, two things. Jean-Luc, some of us have requested that we get like ramifications to like delaying action, but realistically Jean-Luc isn't going to do that to us if we really need to go do something else, and we've just done something that's going to delay the cult. I also talked to them, both Riley and Matt, about the fact that Triste is, her wanting to go after the cult is not coming from like a selfless place. This is not in any way being a hero. Like, yeah. She also may not see Thursday as a child like I now know Varicia does, but it wouldn't change the fact that she would be thinking sending Varicia in air quotes alone, even with Harvey's help, is probably suicide. Or at least, even if it isn't, her fears surrounding her patron are so overwhelming that it would look like suicide, even if the two of them are very capable and either A, sneak in, or B, like win a fight and get Thursday out of there. Triste would be worried about them being killed. Yeah, I'm fine with taking a couple of sessions to go do this, especially if we get to keep the character around. Even if after this, like, Riley, if you chose to retire Varicia as like a, well, thank you for finally coming around and saving Thursday, but I think I need to go my own way or something like that, like, that would be fair. I just think that at this point I want to... It's more important to me to not just rip the entire party apart. Even if we're getting new characters to replace them, that doesn't feel good or right to me for the story. I don't know how I would play Triste after this, having abandoned the person who is definitely the heart and soul of the group, which is Harvey, and someone who she had really started to open up to in Varicia. Like, yeah, I don't know how I'd keep playing her, like, emotion, like the character herself. I don't know what the fuck I'd do with her. Yeah. So I want her to be convinced, and I'm chill with that happening, and I want to do this so we can then have the characters move on. Yeah.
Okay. So, given that light, is there a way you would like... is there a way you could enjoy doing that? Or is there a way I can make it to where it becomes relevant enough to where Zilvar would be like, well, I mean, now we actually have to, because this is focusing on our goal.
Sorry, Nacron just did a second backflip. utterly in shock and amazed, but I did hear you. I don't know. I feel like saving Thursday. One, I personally just do not care for Thursday whatsoever. I'm just like, yep, that's a character. Yep. But I feel like if you want this to accumulate to like a fight against Tuesday's patron, I feel like this is just not the time for that, personally. Because one, it just feels kind of weird to be going up against a Draco Lich at level 8.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that just don't
Well,
feel good, so...
Did just kill an adult white dragon.
Okay, but a Draco Lich is completely different. Let's be honest now.
I don't even know how different it is.
I don't fucking know, but I'm assuming high level. So, as it should be, honestly, because...
So-
then
So, I
remember,
mean...
we don't need to kill the Draco Lich. We just need to save Thursday.
I'm aware of that. I was getting at that. I would rather it just not have the Draco Lich at the moment. Because I feel like this would just... I don't know.
I'm do
one
that.
for slow burn and stuff with gains. And I know a lot of y'all do not like it. But to me, it feels really just cheap to see
If-
Tuesday. Woo, she broke free of her patron. Let's go save Thursday, and then we end up somehow killing a Draco Lich at the same time. It just doesn't feel.
If you trust me, I can make that happen.
As in
Because
not kill the
also,
Draco
I
Lich.
don't like the
Yeah.
threat of the Drake. I don't like just being told that the Draco Lich isn't going to be a threat to us. I still want that threat to exist.
Oh no. I have ideas to either make it to where it's so much worse or it's different. And that it's not a matter of like being like it's not a matter of either me TPKing the party or you guys not doing this. I can work with this. I can do this.
I also have no clue how Zilvar would get persuaded, considering we're already at Waterdeep.
Well, you are
But
We are also like literally hours from the place that Thursday's being kept.
yeah,
Also-
so like I feel like a good
Mhm.
bit of decent persuasion roleplay instead of, but you promised, would be better for
Well,
like
again,
Zilvar to.
I mean, can Zilvar do what she wants to do on her own? She's
Hey, if
clearly
she
been
has to-
outmatched a lot in what she's been doing
Well-
with the party.
here's
For
here's
me, if Zilvar
Mhm.
didn't want to go do this, she'd be just gathering information and stuff. So, like, if Zilvar
like-
can't be convinced, I'll happily play another character to help save Thursday.
well,
Well,
and
what I
then-
mean is, like, does Zilvar, if the party doesn't go, does Zilvar have a choice but to go? Like, she can't really
real
do
quick,
a lot against the cult on her own.
Real
and
quick.
our adventures have shown that.
real quick.
I'm not talking about combat though. I'm talking about
Mhm.
just she'd just be gathering information. She's not
If-
just a combat.
If I can interject on this. At this point, we are at a point where we can decide how that happens and decide what happens and how it does. So, how would we be able to convince Zilver on going on this mission? That
That's
is
a good
the question.
because I don't know. I feel like if people shot ideas, I'd be able to be like, "Oh yeah, that'd work."
If-
But at the moment, I don't know.
If
It's
the
like,
threat was immediate and like we had to deal with it, like it got physically in our way, would that be enough?
yeah, if it was actively stopping us from like
Mm-hmm.
finding out the cult stuff, she'd be like, "Fine, we can do with detour." because it's not really a detour to her
Yeah,
at
it's
that
become
point. It's
a
just
non-detour.
And if
yeah,
also in that
Mhm.
case, if like it becomes very important to actually do this, this would become a primary goal. So
yeah,
Yeah.
I think I can do that.
because she's more of a
Okay.
primary goal oriented person and not side quest oriented. Like if something gets in the way of getting to the primary goal, that becomes the primary goal then.
Yeah.
And then she goes to the after that she
Mhm.
originally planned. Because
Okay.
right now to her it felt like kind of like a split path, but if we could make it just a straight path, I
Yeah.
think yeah. I think that like explains how like she's thinking about it and
I
stuff.
have an
Yeah.
idea. I've got something I can prepare for next session.
Okay.
Yippee.
All right. So
Man, I was enjoying making the idea of coming up with this. They were gonna be a vengeance paladin, assassin, rogue.
Silvara
Hey, you
looking
know
at
what?
you.
John-Luc not pulling any punches could totally look like you having to make a new character anyway. So
Yeah.
don't give up.
Sure he could. Yeah, sure he could. Varisi has too much health for him now.
we'll
I could
see.
give Silvara
I
the
could
tough
just
treat
throw
someday.
5 Dragonborn paladins at you.
Oh yeah,
This
you'd
is
be
brilliant.
resetting the campaign with that.
Yeah.
Could you kill Varisi without resetting the campaign? Huh, smart
We'll
guy?
see.
Oh.
We'll see. I don't know. So, okay.
If Aricia dies, Silvara's just gonna be like, damn.
Last
Well, I mean, do we still gotta save Thursday?
last full check. How is everybody feeling?
Great.
I'm feeling a lot better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does
Watch my
everybody
list
ready to see
feel
what you
too
have.
bad.
Yeah. Does everybody feel like everything was taken care of and resolved?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
By the way, Hayden, you're no longer muted.
I still have a double mute. I have a physical mute back here. So every time I was doing that to myself already. Wasn't even helping apparently.
But
Go ahead. Can somebody remind me what the blindfold situation decision was?
Oh.
Does everybody?
What did we want to talk about with the blindfold? We should talk
Okay.
about this
For
as a
it.
group.
Tell
Okay,
me what happened,
from
John.
what I've
Prank him,
gathered
John.
is
Prank him, John.
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Oh,
The whole
shit.
thing what I've gathered is like the whole argument was if we wanted to, we could make an investigation check. No, you couldn't. That's what I got the whole argument was. So
Crazy.
the way it
How'd you
comes
figure that
out
out? Holy shit.
when we were talking to Matt, I
know.
said
I'm making a joke right now. I apologize if I was inappropriate.
well,
Sorry,
I
I know.
guess I didn't take that as a joke.
I get that.
I took that
That's
literally.
my entire life, literally.
So apologies for not recognizing that, I guess. I don't know. But anyway.
If you see me do this, it's a hug from
Okay.
across in
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
You're a town away, but you get it.
Yeah.
At the internet.
But yeah, if anybody had wanted to, they could have requested for an investigation roll. But nobody did, so the people who did not request, except for Triste, so the people who did not request an investigation roll did not see through the blindfold illusion.
You all still see a blindfold, not his eyes. None of you know.
Well, when Mauricio looks at you, you might figure it out.
Until Riley.
Yeah,
has to
with her
say, "Give me an
-1
check on
investigation.
this blindfold."
She doesn't have a -1 investigation. She has a +1 investigation, I'll have you know.
How the fuck?
But I did.
She's
in
not
character.
stupid.
I'm sorry if I
She's
may.
oblivious.
Oh, perception is what you're bad at.
So, Hayden, what were you
What's
wanting to
up?
say?
Oh, I did break a very. If you guys want to go back and watch, I made it 1,000% obvious. This is your guys' chance to do an investigation check because I thought we were cool. So I gave you guys. I was like, okay, maybe they're not. So let me make it obvious for them. And then Triste picked up on that, maybe. Brian,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah,
That's all I wanted to say.
we as players understood and picked up on it.
They just
It's just our
did not.
characters. Our characters were not at a point where they would go.
They chose
interact with
not to,
Raphael.
and they accept that they chose not to.
Yeah.
They were just saying if they wanted to, they could have made the investigation check. That's all they were saying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, is everything cleared away? And are we all good?
Hi.
All
Right.
right.
So Harvey's going off by himself to save Thursday now, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're killing
Oh,
the
real quick.
goddamn
Harvey
rabbit.
was super,
Real-
super
Go
clear.
ahead.
I know
Yes.
Dracolich gonna have some Hassenpfeffer. So,
Real quick. Oh, go ahead.
yeah.
Oh, real quick. I was like, if this comes down to a vote, Raph's voting to save Thursday, so
Oh yeah.
all good.
We
That's
are.
it. It's like half the party is on board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have the means. We are going to make Saving Thursday as part of the main mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
would
am
still-
going to make it story relevant that you guys need to go save Thursday.
Yeah.
Dope.
I would
mean-
still like Harvey if you're still chill with the insight thing. I would still like that because I do want my
I'm
character
going to be
start
doing it.
change.
I like RP.
Cool.
I'm totally doing
Sick.
it.
Done.
So,
Insight thing? What do you mean? What are you talking
Don't worry about it.
Seeing
Don't
through
worry about it.
Tuesday's
Don't worry
bullshit.
about it.
Yeah, you'll see.
so,
All right.
well,
Mhm.
we managed somehow to complete this on time. So,
Ish.
Holy
ish,
shit, I ain't got my
but-
glasses,
Oh,
so I can't
it's
see a
7 minutes
fucking
late. Too late.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have Betty bite.
good
Oh.
night.
Good.
man.
Good night.
Oh.
Matt.
Yeah,
I am
Good
going.
night.
I got shit going on,
Bro.
guys. I do have to I do have like plans if this ended early, but actually, hold on.
You were saying right
No,
earlier?
he can wait. He can wait. Fine.
You were saying right